everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah Catherine, this is Leah Sees Movies, and I just wanted to start off by saying thank you guys so much because I know it's been a very long time since I've posted. It's been almost a month now, but I was on vacation and then I got sick and then I was playing catch up with my real world job, and it's been a lot of stuff back to back, but you guys were very patient and you bared with me and you did not unsubscribe, which I really appreciate. And honestly, it's just been kind of nice to get a little break and just get some time to refresh, recharge, and just go into the new year, 3 weeks into the new year, granted, but go into the new year with like a whole new attitude and a new energy for this again. So really excited for that. I did play a little bit of catch up with Young Justice just to remind myself where we left off. So we've rescued Violet, we've rescued the team from Granny Goodness's mind control, we've, temporarily defeated her. She's gone back to Darkseid to tell tale of her defeat at the hands of Lex Luthor. Cyborg is officially part of the Outsiders. It was it was almost like a finale in a way, so I'm kind of curious what these couple episodes are going to be. I think we're probably going to be wrapping up some Terra stuff, and then maybe exploring a little bit more with Lex Luthor's branded super team and whatever game he's trying to play with them and how he continues to try to like defame the Outsiders. Yeah, I'm excited, so I'm gonna stop talking here. Let's get started.
GBS has confirmed reports that a contingent of the Justice League has broken up a meta-trafficking ring in outer space. Metahuman Youth Center in Taos, New Mexico is reportedly overwhelmed by the sudden influx.
I believe it's now time to put our plan in motion.
If it's another attack on the Meta Center, we already did that.
Well, now we have to find treasure for Daddy.
That is cute. Also sad.
Known as Cyborg, the newest outsider has already made a splash by releasing footage that places the blame for this deep space meta-trafficking squarely on the back of media magnate Gretchen Good.
Allegedly, like you didn't just watch a video of her face merging into her other face.
Cyborg's footage has been faked with special effects.
Yeah.
Kind their studio uses every day. Unfortunately, Gretchen Good herself continues to be unavailable for comment.
Weirdly. I feel like if someone released a video saying that actually I was running an alien trafficking ring, I would, show up in person to be like, not I.
We'll have a few hours alone.
I don't know how I feel.
It's Valentine's Day. I thought I'd take the chance that maybe you've been feeling the way I've been feeling and...
I have.
Girl, you are really into redheads. Like, he's also your niece's dad. Like, you and your sister, same guy. Is that not weird? Like a little bit? Like, I realize you're all playing happy families, but some things maybe should not be shared. Maybe leave that one alone.
Wait, I can't. I'm sorry.
I feel like you should have said that before sucking on his tonsils, but you got there in the end.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, you're allowed to move on. The question is more about who you're moving on with than having feelings for someone else.
But Forager cannot be Forager here on Earth.
Yeah.
Only Fred Bug.
That's why we're here.
Is there other bug people?
I think it's safe now.
Indeed. There are no other strangers in town.
Oh, this whole town is just aliens? Cool. Oh.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Double X.
I love that!
The Outsiders view our primary role as inspirational. We want young people ownership of the Outsiders, because in the end...
Totally stealing your
Aren't we all
thunder.
incorporated? Some think this new...
Also, why would Jaime be texting him that?
But I'm trying to change that.
Oh wait, that's his
We
brother?
both just need to be patient.
Took me a second. I was like, who is this man?
For it is a true miracle
Well, this...
that the three of us are
Although I
together
think I asked like several episodes ago whether or not he knew Terra was back.
I'd like nothing more than to proclaim your rescue to the heavens.
Then
But that's
do
not
it.
politically expedient.
Like,
I'm afraid not.
the return of the lost princess, the victim of a meta-trafficking ring, like, you gotta hide that? People... It's like, that's not polling well right now. You think a lost princess would be like an immediate, like, Oof, amazing headlines forever.
Thanks for coming, but I only asked to see Zatanna. You two can't help me. Only she can.
Are you trying to like hallucinate your boyfriend or something?
I can't raise the dead.
Raise the dead?
If we do this, it'll leave you devastated all over again.
And you know, I never had the chance to say goodbye.
It's giving Bella Swan, and I'm not a fan of that.
No! I need your magic! I will do anything. If you won't help me, I will make a deal with Wotan or somebody, I swear it!
That's...
Just try to not hate me when this is over. I'll be sending your soul to Limbo. Nothing there is real. Easy to get lost, to want to stay. And if you don't emerge by sunrise, your soul will be trapped.
I'm not even gonna, like, help my friend do a potential suicide attempt here.
I do, and I take full responsibility.
And if you die, I don't... Also, like, is there not a way for you to be the one who brings her back? Because I don't think we should put that on her. This is not a healthy mindset right now.
Missed ya.
If this is actually his soul, I'm gonna need him to say, go back to Earth immediately. This is extremely unhealthy. Oh my gosh, your dude will be here all day. Oh.
Stay back!
I think not.
What is rainbow power? Oh. Wait, why'd he take Leanne? Take Beast Boy, he's right there.
Yes,
Gotta love toddlers.
The child is perfectly safe here, granddaughter.
Granddaughter. Spirit of a mother box.
For you are both the children of my intellect.
This kid is having the time of her life.
I will enjoy watching your continued evolution. Assuming Darkseid does not kill you, since you both present great obstacles to his plans.
Okay, but if they're your grandkids, even in a purely scientific way, don't you want them to not die?
What kind of a jerk would I be if I forgot Valentine's Day for the 3rd year in a row?
Damn, only remembers when he's dead, huh?
We only have till sunrise. How do you want to spend the time?
Don't tell him who you're making out with.
okay, boy. Wow, things progress fast around here.
Oh gosh. I fully thought she was gonna be pregnant.
Whoa.
And she is. Okay.
And I do believe the target is important enough to risk compromising Miss Markov's cover.
This is...
Send word, Slade.
Pretend...
The op is a go.
Like, once a year I want to hallucinate my dead boyfriend and like being married and pregnant with him. That's not moving on, and as a good girlfriend, you should not enable that kind of behavior. Sorry.
Fred Pug is quite comfortable. And Forager is most happy to reveal his truth. But Forager would also be most happy to hear the truth behind the creation of Geranium City.
The original Xenomorph City was under the Cadmus building. But our brother Connor gathered allies who liberated us from that place and that servitude. They brought us to this place.
A literal arc. That's nice. Also, Jon Stewart. That must suck, though. If you get a single tourist, you have to change your entire appearance.
The Xenomorphs have found a place for themselves in our world.
Yes and no, brother.
We're pretending to have a place in your world.
I love teaching physics.
Wait,
And I love
that's her...
teaching complet.
Is that actually Artemis's middle name? Her sister named her after her... Ah!
Have everything we need right here.
Oh, girl.
And for my final trick, I'm going to make the sun appear.
Let's see what else is on, okay?
Coming up next, another whack.
All your friends.
Yeah, it's very late, babe. Sun will rise soon.
Let it. I never want to
Which
leave.
is why we shouldn't have let her do this.
We are segregated. And when not segregated, we hide. Never permitted to be ourselves.
What are you...
He's just like, I'm gonna walk around as a giant beetle, because that will alarm people.
Forager will join the outsiders and fight the good fight where the entire Earth Hive may see that Forager is Forager. And perhaps Forager's openness will help the geraniums.
That is admirable, my new friend.
That is not gonna poll well, but God bless.
Excuse me?
You, brother, were freed from Cadmus to lead us to the promised land.
I actually love Dubalex because every time he interacts with Connor, he's like pressing him to do better.
And when all metahumans, including xenomorphs, struggle for acceptance, you know you can do more to help.
Connor Kent has helped Forager.
That doesn't mean he can't do better.
Our brother has always been good at collecting strays.
Wolf said, I sense some disrespect. Hold on.
But when will you acknowledge your own place, your own role in the connected world? When will you take the final step to help your own people? What would Superman do?
Let my people go.
I still like Wolf, by the way. Wolf West, just saying.
For the last time, we are not naming our child after Connor's dog.
What child?
Where?
Oh.
No. No, 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 no! Wesley!
Open the door, Artemis. Let people in again. You haven't let anyone help you.
Please, please, hold on. Hold on.
I can't, babe. Believe me, I want to. But I love you too much.
Honestly, I think he should have done this the minute she showed up. Like, don't even entertain the delusion.
A chance at real love.
Not with the clone, though, please.
So this very morning, I want you to stop mourning.
Bars.
We needed this night to finally say goodbye. But the night's ending. And it's time for my Spitfire to go home and live.
This is just kind of the end of Thor: Love and Thunder.
Artemis! It's alright, I'm good.
I will say it's barely sunrise in this animation. Where's the sun? It's fully dark. Okay. No? Okay, I guess it was just dark under that tree.
Still can't believe you summoned Wally's ghost for her.
I did no such thing.
Limbo is entirely in her head.
But Artemis created or imagined everything she saw and experienced. My legerdemain and McGann's telepathy gave her the chance to work things out for herself. We'll tell her someday. Or...
I would just go with won't. That moment of beautiful personal growth is what she needed on her own. And if she feels like she was manipulated into it, it's just gonna like set back all her progress.
Artemis, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to...
No, Will, please. You didn't do anything wrong. In fact, I'm grateful to you. You've helped me open up, take the next step. And I want you to know, I will always be there for you and Leon.
Not like that, though.
I'm sorry. We're not right for each other.
Whew. What a relief. I felt it too as soon as we kissed. I mean, it's just too weird, right?
It was weird before that.
Friends?
Friends.
I don't believe him for a second. He's just like, oh, I also didn't like that at all. It was weird for me too. I didn't even enjoy that. You're not crying over your wine because it felt weird.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I, Baron Frederick de Lem, have taken the Markovian crown for the good of my nation, in order to save it from the weak rule of my misguided nephew, Prince Gregor.
I mean, he's like 18.
Lex Luthor had this to say.
No, we will not lift UN restrictions. This is an internal matter, and there are good people on both sides.
When was this written?
They must have known I was out of the country. But how?
There was a whole coup.
No, of course not. What matters is that I return home immediately.
I mean, we didn't invade Brazil but no one invaded us when we had a coup here, so it's kind of a personal matter.
My squad doesn't face those restrictions.
Which again is weird because everyone knows who y'all are and you're just like, we break the law constantly. Arrest us.
Things your way, now we try them mine. Geoforce will lead the outsiders to save our homeland.
Geoforce will lead the outsiders. All right. Okay, so I'm like a little bit confused as to what Tara's role is. Obviously, she texted everyone that her brother Gregor was out of the country, so they're like, all right, bet, let's get Bedlam to do this coup. But obviously, they still have Tara as an active agent. So if she really going to be like, if she is going to really help the outsiders take back Markovia for her brother, then what was the point of any of this? Is she just going to be there to, you know, mess up the plan? But also, what does she gain from her brother losing the throne? Like, yes, it helps the Light and Slade that they want to install Bedlam as the head of the country, but like, that's still your own brother. And I guess, I mean, we saw that Slade's, what I think was frankly childish manipulation of like, yeah, your brother was clubbing when you got kidnapped, but that's like that's your family, and as far as we've seen, they were a very loving and happy family up until her kidnapping. So I don't know why she would turn completely against them in like, I don't know the end goal for Tara yet, and I guess that's kind of the point, is that being manipulated by an adult man doesn't mean you're going to be making the best decisions. But I really wish I could get like a somewhat more internal moment with her, kind of like we got that with the fighting sequences of like showing her being trained by Slade with violence versus being like trained in a friendly way by Artemis. But I still feel like I don't know too much about like her interior character and what makes her do the things she does. So I would like a little bit more of an exploration of that. Speaking of internal exploration, this is basically this entire episode was an internal exploration of Artemis and, you know, how she's been coping with Wally's death. And by how she's coping, I mean not at all. And it was a nice episode. It was really nice. It was really sweet. I felt a tingle in my eyes a little bit. But I also feel like prior to now, they didn't really do too much dealing with her grief. Like, obviously we knew she was in retirement, she got brought back, we saw the whole conflict with her mother, but specifically in regards to like how she was dealing with Wally's loss, besides the picture on her bed frame, which like her long-term boyfriend died like a year and a half ago, that's not unusual. There wasn't like this whole idea of like, oh, you're closed off, you're not letting people in, you're not connecting with people, because we literally had scenes of her connecting with people, e.g. that scene with Tara I just talked about. We had her flirting with clone number 1. I'm never gonna remember their names, sorry. We had her flirting with the clone for several episodes, so for me, I was like, oh, well, I guess she's opening back up to the clone. She is into redheads. So then it's like, no, she's really severely depressed, and she's like, I would like to basically almost die to see my boyfriend again, the full Bella Swan experience, or I guess she just needed to think that it was a do or die situation, and that would push her to make that final, you know, step towards the recovery process. But it was nice seeing Wally one last time, and considering that I was in fact in the Wally isn't actually dead denial club for like a good long while, I guess it was the closure I also needed, to accept that he's not coming back. Which is fine, we have 17 other redheads, but I don't remember their names, and Wally was fun. For the second to last episode of the season, I want to say, I feel like it's a weird time to like go so deep into like, you know what, time for Artemis to get that 18 out of 22 minute exploration we haven't given her before. Not that she doesn't deserve it, she totally does, but I think it's weird for a second to last episode. I think it's kind of down to that whole thing where the last episode kind of felt like a season finale, so now we're just doing, I don't even want to say like laying groundwork, because if anything, it's like a wrap up of her entire emotional arc. Sure. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I like episodes, but I don't like where they're placed in the season. Like, I don't get it. Because if anything, this I would have liked to have been pretty much Tara episode. Like, Tara, she's helping the Light overthrow her brother and install her Baron Bedlam, as like that would have been more cohesive for me. Because I still have all these questions about Tara that feel unanswered, and now she's like a main plot point, or at least, you know, the impetus behind a new plot point, and I still don't feel like I know this character. Whereas as much as I love Artist, and I do dearly, this kind of feels like it came out of nowhere. It was just kind of like, we have a Valentine's Day episode, and we're gonna kind of pay off all that weird flirting. I don't know if it needed a full episode to pay off that weird flirting, though, if that was the motivation. If they really wanted to just do the grief thing, I think it would have been interesting to see if they had played more into Artemis being like, I don't want to form a connection with these kids. I don't want to be... Because to me, it seemed like she leaned wholly into being a trainer and helping the outsiders and helping these youths, compared to someone like Nightwing, who we also saw basically hallucinating Wally, calling the other clones by Wally's name, not wanting to work in a team. If anything, I think we did a much better job of showing like the long-term effects of Wally's death on Nightwing than we even did on Artemis, in more than the romantic sense. So again, good episode. I just like genuinely a good, effective, well-written episode. I just don't think I like the placement of it, and I don't like that emotional arc was explored in conjunction with the Terra stuff that I feel like needed a lot of more work. And then the Violet and Victor stuff was kind of just thrown in, but I'm okay with that because I'm literally never mad when they're on my screen, so sorry. Like I said, and I've said many times, I have favorites, and any criticisms that I may levy against some characters, I will not do against other characters if I like them enough. I'm not a professional critic, and I'm not being paid for this. I don't need to be fair. I do think they're going to be setting up like a little bit of a power struggle between Geoforce and Beast Boy, because we opened the episode with Jaime texting being like, hey, he's kind of, you know, stealing the spotlight, and he's like, no, it's totally cool. And then we end it with Geoforce being like, I'm going to lead the Outsiders. So I think we might get a little bit of beef between them next episode, which would be kind of fun, because I don't particularly favor either of them, so that's just a let them fight situation for me. I don't really think either of them are well suited to leadership, so I really have no horse in this race, but Beast Boy did form the team, so it would be a little messed up to steal it out from under him based off being more famous. But even then, it's like either the famous TV show star or the prince is gonna lead the law-breaking team that no one ever judicially punishes. Okay. Like, I'm not too invested in that power struggle, but I do like drama, so I'm in for that. Alright, I think that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment, etc. All those good things that make me very, very happy. If you don't want to do any of that, but you've watched all the way to the end of this video, thank you. I so really, really appreciate you. You can follow me on the Bird app at Leah Sees Movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!